Hello everyone, welcome to my Soap 24 update channel. As always, this time I have appeared with the mysterious soap opera, so don't delay, like and subscribe now and stay tuned. Drew suspects that Lynn knows who drugged her baby after she tells Tracy almost everything about him. Nina explains that Drew tried to persuade Willow that he doesn't remember anything, and that Drew is now getting a blood test that will show ketamine in his system. Carly tells her that she should have used a different, faster-acting drug. She rants that this will make Drew a bigger target for Willow and ultimately bring Willow closer to Drew. Getting ready for the nurses' ball, Lucy plans the nurses' ball with Lois and Maxie in the Quartermaine kitchen. Lucy wonders if there is a way to keep Carly out of their hair throughout the night backstage. The bulge in Maxie and Lois's eyes. Maxie points out that it is Carly's hotel, and Lois assures Maxie that they will still be able to hear Carly no matter where she is. Maxie informs Lucy that Carly has caused more drama at the ball than anyone else, despite Lucy's concerns that she will get into trouble with Drew and Willow. Lois talks to Maxie about Lynn as Lucy leaves. She expresses her gratitude to her for being a good friend to her daughter and states that she will require her friendship now more than ever. Tracy is left speechless and in tears when Lynn tells her in the living room that she had a child in high school and gave it up for adoption. Lynn explains that her mother was the only person who knew her up until recently. Tracy insists that she did not lie to her grandmother, despite her apology. Lynn claims that up until recently, she was unaware that she even had a son and that she tried for years to forget about him. Tracy learns from her how Lulu learned about Valentine's baby and how she broke into Martin's room to investigate. Tracy inquires about Martin's involvement. Lynn says that her mother talked to him so that the adoption wouldn't be public. She continues to tell her that the father had a right to know about how Lulu confronted her and accused her of doing everything wrong. She was too afraid to tell him, so maybe she should have. She is told by Tracy to stop judging herself. She inquires if she intended to give up the child. Is she unhappy with her decision? Lynn does, but she also knows that raising a child would have been extremely difficult when she was a teenager. Lois was there for her when she realized she wasn't ready to become a mother. She aspired to provide her child with a life that was superior to her own as an adolescent. Tracy is proud of her because she asserts that she made a responsible choice. As Lynn recently discovered, her mother turned to her own mother for support. She also understands that her mother had to assist in giving up her own grandchild. She has always believed that she is the best of the Quartermaines, and Tracy occasionally tells her how strong she is. She also tells Lynn that she didn't have to tell Ned about the baby, but she thanks her for doing so, and that she doesn't owe Ned any obligation to do so. Given what Chase and Tracy are going through, Tracy needs to know if she has been tempted to find her son. Lynn has, but the objective was to improve his life. Lulu disagrees and believes she ought to inform everyone that the only way she will see her son is if he comes looking for her. Tracy is aware that, like her father, Lulu can be cocky and arrogant. Tracy weeps because she is heartbroken that Lynn never doubted her love for her and was afraid to tell her. They hold hands. Lois eventually meets Tracy to talk about the nurses' ball. Tracy inquires about her great-grandson's whereabouts and only wants to talk about one thing. Lynn, who has been dealing with Quartermaine's madness, is pleased to see Maxie once more in the kitchen. Maxie inquires if she can assist. Lynn claims that Maxie must choose a side before she can confide in her. Is she Lulu's friend or hers? Maxie must choose, Lynn explains, because things have gone too far. Maxie is taken aback as Lynn leaves. Drew vows to find out what's going on and thanks Willow for accompanying him at the hospital. Amy and another nurse, upon spotting them, discuss the reason Willow is with Drew and whether he is here to undergo STI testing. Later, Amy apologizes to Willow during a conversation with her. She asserts that staying with a cheating man is not the best option. She is told by Willow to stop gossiping and return to work. After having his blood taken, Drew comes back and thanks Willow once more for supporting him. Drew's system is contaminated with ketamine, as Isaiah reveals. Drew asks Willow if she believes him when he says he knew he was under the influence. He thanks her for doing so because it means a lot to him. He tells her to take his car because he has work to do and she just wants to get home. She kisses him on the cheek and tells him she'll see him at their house. When Willow leaves, Drew sees Mac and Felicia. Drew calls Mac to report a crime and shows him his drug-related blood work results. Mac inquires about the last person he can recall being with. Tracy is only vaguely remembered by Drew. Willow appears. She tells Carly back at Nina's that Drew is more likely to err if they put more pressure on him. Carly is of the opinion that she needs to persuade Willow that Drew did drugs and cheated on her because if she doesn't leave Drew, Michael will never let her raise her children with him. Nina asserts that she cannot make Willow suspicious by pushing her. Willow enters the room just as the door opens. Dante hears from Lulu about her feelings. Dante asks her to listen to him at Lulu's house. He claims that the Drew story was a big win for her, so she doesn't need the adoption story. She is requested to write about something else by him. Lulu says no and won't let Lynn tell her who to write about or what to write about. She won't put her career at risk for Lynn. She hears from Dante that his friends Chase and Lynn are having difficulties. He brings up their own fertility issues and the hardships they endured. Lulu is aware that without him, she would not have been able to endure that period. Lulu explains that this story must be told because it is too significant. She inquires as to why Lynn's requirements are greater than her own. She asserts that Lynn is not a damsel in distress, and if Dante knew what she knew, he would be aware that she is upset about the summertime affair he and BLQ had that he withheld from her, but this is not about Lynn. He thinks it has to do with the fact that she still loves him. Lulu tries to deny it, but she eventually acknowledges that it is true and inquires about who told him. Dante asserts that it is irrelevant, which is incorrect. Talk, she says, because he did. Dante is pleased that she is back, but ever since she awoke, she has thrown him for a loop. Maxie informed him when he spoke with her that Lulu had broken up with Dustin just before she fell into a coma to be with him. He had no idea how she felt because he thought she had moved on from Dustin. He just happened to fall in love with Sam. He inquires if Lulu believes he ought to have waited for him. Lulu states that she did not anticipate him to wait and is thankful that Sam was there for Rocco and him. It turns out that she is more envious of Sam than of Lynn. She feels awful because Sam was the woman who gave her life to save her. Lulu says that she is trying to move on, but she sometimes feels stuck in the past. She also says that she still loves him, but he loves Sam. Dante reveals that he is also still in love with her. Emma, Joss, and Gio are having fun at the beach party when Vaughn shows up in a wet shirtless state. He states that he was just out for his nightly swim to explain that he is not attending the party. Emma claims that the water must be freezing, but he claims that it is beneficial to circulation. Emma inquires about Joe's willingness to join her when he suggests it. Emma doesn't care that Gio doesn't have a swimsuit. Gio and Emma decide to go for it, strip to their underwear, and join Vaughn in the water. After that, Joss steals Emma's flash drive from under her clothes. Joss reappears with the flash drive once Gio, Vaughn, and Emma emerge from the water. Emma wants to get ready first, so Vaughn suggests they warm up by the fire. Joss looks at Vaughn because she can't get the drive back into Emma's jeans. Rocco and Danny also go to the party and buy some red Solo cups of alcohol. Danny tells him not to drink it, he can simply hold it to blend in. They converse with a few PCU girls. Danny informs them that they are freshman students. Rocco begins to consume the spiked punch because he is anxious. Danny and the two girls end up playing beach volleyball, leaving Rocco to continue drinking. Joss and Vaughn, now dressed, discuss what to do with Emma and the flash drive in the interim. Joss made a copy, and she must return this drive to Emma because it contains her corrupted data. Joss inquires about Vaughn's suggestions for planting it on Emma after hearing that she will have to do so. Joss spots Danny immediately behind them, which sends them both into a panic. He learns from Joss that neither of them were present. Danny says, "Deal," and then leaves. Joss responds that he doesn't want his father to know he was drinking at a college party when Vaughn asks if he'll be a problem. Gio and Emma later approach Joss, and Emma inquires as to the subject of their conversation. The show comes to a close with Rocco on the beach intoxicated.